Hey, it's your boy Kelvin. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, we do a lot of reaction videos, drum covers, shenanigans, and also some YouTube growth tips. So stay tuned, watch this video to the end because you're not gonna be disappointed, guys. Let's get to it. Today's video is a big video, man. I've been meaning to do this video for the longest time, and I just haven't had the space or the time to actually sit down and film. So I'm like, you know what, today is the day. It doesn't matter where or when, I just got to get this video out, guys. So I'm so excited for this. Let's get straight to the topic. Are drum channels, especially on YouTube, dead? Guys, let's get to it. This is my own opinion on this, so please don't attack me for what you're about to hear. This is just my own opinion on this topic. Number one, I think drum channels on YouTube are slowly phasing out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Now, when I say drum channels, I'm not talking about the greats like the late Aaron Spurs, Eric Moore, Chris Coleman, Benny Grab. I'm not talking about those guys, you know, Steve Gadd. I'm not talking about those guys because I don't consider those guys YouTube drummers. Those guys got their fame and fortune from, you know, gigging to like popular artists, gigging to, you know, on shows and stuff like that. When I think about YouTube drummers, I think about the looks and likes of myself, right? I think about Casey Cooper, Colbus, you know, Luke Holland, Aaron Smith. Like those guys, they got their fame and stardom off of doing YouTube, you know, and then that kind of, you know, fizzled out to gigs and so on and other opportunities. Those guys, you know, like lots of different people. I don't know why I can't think of any right now, but you get what I'm saying. You know, do some Google, you'll figure it out. Anyways, those guys are the YouTube drummers I'm talking about, and many more that are even under them or, you know, in the same level as well too. Now, what I'm seeing happening now in this era of YouTube, especially with drumming, is number one, it's extremely hard to grow. I don't know what it is, but I find people are just not that into drumming in general. And I know this is a tough thing to hear, but I find people are just not into drumming, and I don't know what it is, guys. I honestly don't know, but even myself, I find I'm doing the same thing. I'm listening to, you know, a drum cover of some sort, and I don't even make it to the end. I get bored. I want to word something else. I want to click on something different. I don't know why. I don't want to say because I'm a drummer, but this is what I'm finding. I find drum covers are just not as interesting anymore. They're not as great, you know. And that's also one of the reasons why YouTube drummers are starting to phase out, because in terms of viewership, people are just not watching it as much, as longer, or as interested to click on those videos and actually watch them. So I feel very bad for new channels that are trying to get into this drumming thing on YouTube, because if the viewership is so low right now, I can't imagine starting off your channel thinking that, you know, it's gonna blow up one day and you're so disappointed because the views just are not there. Because if these big, you know, YouTubers are already struggling to get views, I can't imagine you as a new content creator. That's just my opinion. Reason number two, saturation, especially YouTube saturation, right? Let's talk about this for a minute. For example, Acoustica Mixcraft. This guy is the group father. He's the GOAT. He's so talented. But what I find, and this could just be me, but what I find is, especially newer viewers, they're so infatuated by Acoustica that like they're not giving other people a chance, you know. And it's so sad because I don't know what it is, but I feel like especially the newer viewers, people with like, you know, 10 subscribers, 20 subscribers, sometimes 100, sometimes 0 subscribers, like they like Acoustica, but they're not willing to watch anything else that is not in that same caliber or in that same level and intensity of drumming. And I find this, you do your research too. You go to Reddit, you go on all these Google forums, especially for drummers, you find a mixed opinion about Acoustica. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I personally love him. I think he's a great drummer. Now, that being said, I didn't start this YouTube channel just because I want to react to Alessio Sabriano. If you go down my reaction videos, I've done videos in the likes of Chris Coleman, Benny Grab. Just look through it. I've done so many drummers reacting on the stuff they're doing. So this channel, it's not an Alessio channel. Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you, Alessio Sabriano's videos did elevate this channel somewhat to getting more subscribers, to getting more engagement. That being said, I'm very thankful for that, but this is not a channel that's just for Alessio Sabriano. That's not why I made this channel. So for channels, you know, that are trying to get the strides, trying to do reaction videos, trying to do especially reaction videos, they're gonna struggle, because if you're not talking about Alessio Sabriano, if you're not talking about the cost, you know, if you're not talking about those things, a lot of people don't really want to watch your videos. And it's so sad, because you can put in the work, time, and energy, but if you're not talking about those things, your viewers are not gonna grow the way you want them to grow. And I don't know why, man, because I'm the kind of person that, like, I support everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a big channel, small channel, I will watch your videos. I will give them a chance. And this used to be the case, you know, back in the days, but for some reason now, people are just not watching. They're not watching, they're not invested, unless you are making videos about certain people. Look at my channel. I got views that's skyrocketed to 15K, 20K, 42K, like 10K, all that stuff. But sometimes a lot of those videos are of Alessio Sabriano, because whenever I do videos of him, it blows up. And I'm not the only one doing this, trust me. A lot of people are doing this, but I find that kind of diminishes, you know, the whole growth as a community, because, you know, being a community is not about one person, you know. And this is not to fault Alessio Sabriano, this is not to fault him, because I love him. I think he's entertaining, he's intense, I love what he does. But I'm just sharing my opinion here. I think because of the rise of certain elites, like, viewers are just not interested in just, you know, listening to other drummers, giving them a chance, because the space is all occupied by the elites. Number 3, loss of passion. Oh boy, man, I feel like the passion, the drive, the intensity to create and just to have fun is slowly fizzling out. I don't know what it is, guys and girls and whoever needs to hear this, but the passion is slowly dying. And there's so many drummers that have given up because they just see that it's so hard to grow an audience. And you would think it's easy because the drumming community, especially on YouTube, is not that great. So you would think there would be a lot of people supporting each other, but that's actually wrong, and it's not the case. So because of that, like, you know, the views, the likes, the things that usually doesn't take that long to get to, especially when you're putting up content, when you're doing great things, are just taking extremely long, and they're so time consuming that, like, eventually get to a point where it's like, you know what, I don't know if this is the right thing for me, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And that's one of the things that's happening. People are just giving up, they're just burning out, and the passion is just not there anymore. Number 4, forums, man. I remember back in the days where you had, you know, forums, especially for drummers, for people to just support each other. Now those are kind of old school now, so I don't really see that really taking off anymore. And because of that, like, you're kind of forced to just promote your stuff either through social media or through your YouTube channel. You can't really promote yourself on forums. You can't really engage and have people, you know, watch your videos. For example, just because you're part of a forum doesn't mean people in that forum are YouTubers. So they might be valued members of that forum, but they're not YouTubers. So if you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, it's hard to translate that audience into YouTube, especially when they don't even go on YouTube, or, like, you know, are content creators. So forums, man, I think forums are definitely dying off, and it's so sad because I used to enjoy posting into forums, but because they're slowly dying up, there's no guaranteed members that would actually give you, you know, feedback, critique your things, and just, you know, support you as much. So guys, those are the reasons why I think drummers on YouTube or YouTube drummers are slowly fizzling out, slowly dying off. as compared to what they were once before. You know, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you disagree with what I'm saying, let me know in the comment section, because I want to hear from you. And like I said again, like, I'm not here to say that the drumming community is over with and said and done. I'm just here because I'm seeing certain things. I'm seeing, you know, low views on drum channels, and I'm saying like, whoa, something ain't right here, because like, these are channels that used to get loads of views, but then they're starting to die off a little bit. And the rise of Let's Pair of videos, like, people love it, and I get it, it's entertaining, it's awesome, but people are not giving, you know, other YouTubers a chance, especially other drummers that are starting off. They're not giving them as much of a chance, and I find myself doing this sometimes. I do try to support the best I can, but then again, for me to sit down through a 5-minute drum cover, like, I just can't do it anymore. So that's my opinion, guys. Let me know in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, like, comment, subscribe if you have the time, and watch 1 or 2 videos from the playlist. Take care, guys. Peace and love. We're out.